Hello and hey, and welcome back to Oslo for the final instalment of my trip here. And this video really starts a couple of years ago, when I got a message from the manager of the Oslo Transport Museum saying, "Hi Tim, been watching your videos. If you ever come to Oslo, please let me know, and I'll show you around our collection of vintage Norwegian trams and buses." Well, as you know, I am now in Oslo, because Visit Oslo have paid for me to come here and make 2 videos, and for the second one, they have specifically asked me to show you something different to the first. Instead of something outdoors and active, maybe something indoors and cultural. So I think you can all see where this is going. Welcome to the Oslo Transport Museum. So this is Sporveismuseet, which technically translates as the Railway or Tramway Museum, because that's how it started. But these days they have more than just trams, so they call it the Oslo Transport Museum. And we're going to be shown around by a man called Petter, who is museum manager here, but he's also a viewer of the channel and creator of the official Tim Traveller map, which we'll come back to later. But first, I wanted to ask him about the building that we're in. So how did this building start?
Yeah, it was actually a tram depot. This was one of 5 in this area, and this was the largest one. And there are still tracks and everything, so this is where they actually worked with the trams. And after a while it was shut down, the other ones were demolished. This is the only one remaining. We just moved in with our stuff.
Yeah, it's one way of doing it.
Yes, we're all volunteers here though.
Yep.
So we moved in with our stuff and just starting having the museum, and it was recognized and now formalized as a museum.
I like this one with skis on it. Tell me about that.
Yeah. So you've probably been already in Holmenkollen, Tim.
Yes, we were there this morning.
Yes. Yes, this is from Holmenkollen. In Holmenkollen there are the famous ski jump, and also there are a lot of ski tracks and things to do in the winter. This is one of the carriages that went there, and people needed to carry their skis. So voila!
Why not put them on the outside? For those of you who saw the last video, this is the kind of tram that used to run on Line 1 from the 1950s right up until the 1990s, when the line was converted from a tramway into a metro line. Can we go inside?
Of course, come with me. So this actual tram we have made into a meeting room, so we rent it out for birthday parties for children, or local groups meeting, or when we self-have our board meetings, we meet in this historical carriage.
Love it.
Yeah.
And there's a tram driving simulator.
Yeah.
It's not very simulatory, but for kids it's good.
I'm sorry, but as I'm a kid, I actually...
Yeah, of course.
I remember this. This is, yeah, that's the supermarket station. Oh, sorry, I should be controlling the tram.
Yeah, of course.
Right.
I think your brake's on the right there.
Someone is going to die. Next, I asked Petter what was the oldest tram in the collection, which was a pretty stupid question because there's one over here with a horse in front of it.
So this is the oldest one we have from 1875. It's run by a horse, not by electricity or fuel. And the horse is not original, but the tram is, so let's have a look at it. It's really light and simple. I can actually move it with my hands.
Oh wow.
So the horse will be able to move it as well.
Yep.
You stood there and drove the tram, and you were able to open the doors with this one. And there was even a collection box for the fare, which every passenger could control, as well as the driver. Yeah.
One of the great things about this museum compared to some other transport museums I've been to is that pretty much every vehicle here is open, so you can just climb on and have a look inside.
Yeah. The wheels on top, and then these are staggered all the way back.
Yeah, they are. That's weird. Weird staggery seats. So this, if I'm not mistaken, Petter, is a bus.
It's a bus, and it's a trolley bus, which we had in Oslo for some years, long time ago, before I was born. Yeah, we don't have it anymore. Now we have battery buses and a few left with fuel. But there are lines for the trolley line, and this even has the same as the Holmenkollen places for skis.
Goes without saying, I am loving some of these gorgeous retro designs. The people of Oslo have been travelling in style for a while, and the museum has something like 35 vehicles on display, plus various other transporty bits and pieces, so there's loads more to see here. But I'm going to leave the rest of it for you to discover if you ever come and visit. However, there is one thing we still need to discuss. I should explain, Petter is not just the manager of the museum. You are the legendary Petter who made the Tim Traveller official map.
Yes, I just loved your videos, Tim, and I wanted to map it all around on a Google map so people could see where they are. And it was really fun in making it, and it's live on Google Maps right now.
That's very kind of you. Thank you so much. So if you'd like to check out Petter's map of all the places I've ever been on this channel, I'll put a link in the description. And meanwhile, if you'd like to visit the Transport Museum, it's a short walk from Majorstuen station on the main core section of the Oslo Metro, which means it's served by every single line. Entrance is 50 kroner for adults, which is less than €5 or £4, and if you have the Oslo Pass, then it's free. For those of you with mobility issues, there is a small step on the way in, but otherwise the building is level access. However, there's no disabled toilet here yet. That's something they're hoping to upgrade in the future. More details, of course, on visitoslo.com, but for now, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you soon. A special message for passengers called Andrew. Could you please evacuate the train? It works.
It did.
Can confirm it works.